Hi, welcome back to Bright Paw. Let's carry on with Act 3. I just quickly wanted to show you guys that you can actually unlock skins, like different coloured cats. So we have the original white Theo, the Theo we all know and love, sporting his beautiful white coat. He is gorgeous. And we have a tabby cat, a classic ginger tabby cat. We also have white sock. Cats like this develop inside missing socks and grow from there. That is so cute. But I'm going to select the tabby cat today. I have a ginger cat, so this one is for you, Mal. Act 3, Level 1, Storefront.
Someone had clearly been rifling through the deliveries recently, though they didn't seem to have found what they were looking for.
Oh, this guy looks distressed, that little robot. We have a box of empty vials, a box torn open and abandoned, leaving the vials within untouched. What could these be used for? They've been ransacked. They are looking for something for sure. Patrol bot blueprint, a technical specification for a Bright Paw Industries security robot. Surprisingly simple. Simple is sometimes good, like me. And here we have a ransacked crate, a collection of crates turned over in a desperate search. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're looking for something. I think this is pretty straightforward.
Obviously, the killer had been looting the facility.
Yes.
And it was unlikely that they planned to use volatile weaponry to spread peace and joy. Being a conscientious cat, Theo knew it fell to him to put a stop to the killer's nefarious activities.
It's all up to little Theo. Act 3, Level 2, Depot. Ooh.
Finding himself inside a warehouse, the towering stacks of crates gave Theo some measure of hope. Perhaps the killer would try to search the top of an unstable pile and fall to their doom.
I hope so. There's a lot of weird, bad things in here. We have a sea mine crate. Something built to sink ships will have no trouble with an overconfident cat, not for prodding. Keep that in mind, Theo, please. Hefty weapon case. Sadly, none of these weapons of destruction appear to be built with paws in mind. The world can be a very unfair place, especially when it comes to little curious kitty cats. There's lots and lots of different things to pick from.
Lost in daydreams of the killer being buried alive, Theo stepped blindly forwards onto a conveyor belt, promptly shuffling him away from his happy thoughts.
Okay. Oh no.
Perhaps you should pay more attention to where he's going.
I'm sorry. Okay, and now I know what's gonna happen. That's a bit better, isn't it? Easy.
Perhaps it was unlikely that the killer would be ended by fallen cargo. But the belts leading into the dark and deadly machinery seem to promise an untimely demise.
Yes, they do. Act 3, Level 3, Theft. Oh.
Spotting a bundle under some nearby crates, it appeared Theo's wishes had been heard. However, he tempered his excitement until he could get a closer look.
Okay, what have we got? We have a completely average box, an empty crate. Not much to see there. Looted explosives crate. Oh no, that should be filled with explosives, but it's worryingly empty. Oh boy, Theo. This is one tricky room.
Theo tempered his excitement. He didn't lose it.
Have some patience.
Stepping over a broken belt with great care, he was disappointed to discover not a body, but simply several empty crates bearing the label High Explosive.
Yes. Sorry, Theo. I've gone the wrong way there. Let's try again. Oh, that's better. Look at that. That's perfect.
The empty crates led Theo to conclude three things. The killer had found what they were looking for, they were definitely up to something, and Theo's work was not yet done. He moved on with the hope that the killer's loot would be enough to slow them down.
I've done the wrong thing. I wonder what happens if... Oh, I want to see what happens if Theo gets into the little rooms. but I'm gonna have to restart this. Let's try it this way. What if we move... Oh boy, this is not worked well, has it? Oh, yes! Perfect! Good boy, Theo. Act 3, Level 4, take cover. Lasers.
Theo pondered the erratic crusade of the robots as they fired at non-existent threats. Perhaps the killer had just passed through?
It's possible. What is all that blue? I'm not sure what that blue stuff is. A laser bot. Ah, happy. Angry. Happy. Angry. There's something simply wonderful about lasers. Efficient, destructive, and deadly. You know where you are with lasers. Algae container. Ominous algae. What could they be using algae for? I wonder if it's an ingredient to their bombs. Mysterious drawing. Oh, it's a cat! Lines carefully etched into concrete that vaguely resemble a cat. That is so cute. That is so cute. These puzzles get harder and harder. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, good job, Theo. You've done a good job there. So as the boxes move down on the conveyor belt, that is going to prevent Theo from getting lasered. But we need to do a better job. This is so very, very tricky. You only have... Everything I do is just wrong here. This one. Yes.
The belt, unable to tell the difference between a cat and a crate, and lacking the desire to learn, moved him once again as it would any other box.
Oh no, wrong way, Theo! Theo, that was the wrong way. But these little cards move, and I wanted it to be the left side. Perfect.
As he headed for the door,
Yes.
Theo couldn't shake the feeling that the strange blue algae was creeping steadily across the wall behind him.
What?
Oh well, it was probably harmless.
Oh no. Oh no, Theo. It's gonna be okay, buddy. I promise. Act 3, Level 5, Scribbles. Scribbles like the cat picture?
Whoever Theo was following had certainly spooked these poor robots who were all consumed by blind
Look
panic.
at him. We have a big algae container. Also functions well as mood lighting. It is kind of pretty, isn't it? Odd cipher. A bizarre series of patterns with no clear meaning. Perhaps some kind of code. I don't know. It's certainly not helping me get out of this place. Oh, look at this. This is so hard. How am I going to do this? Oh dear. We have limited time to get out of here, and none of these moves are correct. Okay, change of plan. We cannot go anywhere near that laser. What about if we just move up very slowly?
As he carefully padded forwards, avoiding lasers, Theo noticed the most curious drawing etched into the wall.
Yes.
But why would a killer stop to doodle?
Oh. I think I'm on the right path, but it's very difficult. I think this is right. Yes, I just had to use a different piece earlier. Perfect. That one really got me. Act 3, Level 6, Vandalism.
As he stepped into the room, Theo found his racing mind halted by yet another drawing of a slightly more significant scale.
Yes. What is that? Abstract mural. A series of rigid geometric lines that seem to take the form of a figure. Who could it be? I don't know. I wonder if it's his human. If it's his lady human.
Theo tried his best to examine the etching, but found it devoid of artistic value.
It's not too bad. Gun rack. A rack of very lethal and very illegal firearms. A bestseller. AC unit. A modern miracle of air cooling technology. It certainly is in the summertime. Okay, it looks like we are going to have to avoid that laser. That's on a conveyor belt that moves down. What if we move? We're just going to have to move up to start with. Up again. And now we are blocked, so that was not correct. The only move we can do to start with is the two above. When should we use our weight? What if we use our weight now?
As he began to move away, Theo couldn't help but wonder who would put so much effort into these acts of vandalism. Was it maybe some kind of poorly drawn calling card?
Oh.
Perhaps, he thought as he carried on, the murderer was simply an awful artist. Whatever it was, the mural failed to hold Theo's interest long enough for any meaning to be gleaned.
I bet if it had cat food on it, he'd be interested. Act 3, level 7. Loading. A different kind of loading.
According to the booming sounds of heavy industry and the massive shipping containers, Theo had found himself in some kind of loading station.
Wow, it looks like we're getting closer to being outside. Cargo container. A very large shipping container, most notable for its size and not the expensive hardware concealed within. Bright Paw Industries. There's lots of things he doesn't know about his former owners. Obvious tie. A bright red necktie deliberately knotted around a railing like a flag. It almost feels too obvious. Alright, this one looks pretty straightforward with no moving platforms. It's just a simple puzzle. We just need to find out.
Theo's eye was caught by something colourful and clearly out of place hanging from a rail across the room. A discarded tie. Was this some kind of taunt? It was becoming clear to Theo that the large boxes wouldn't just wait for him to cross, so he quickened his pace towards the infuriating clue. Clearly the killer had left this tie to send a message.
Really, though?
But in doing so, they had left a trail for Theo to follow.
A message?
Perhaps he'd get the better of them yet.
Okay. Act 3, level 8, boarding. Whoa.
Though he was intrigued by the surprisingly expressive train waiting before him, on the other side of the tracks, a curious hole in the wall drew his eye.
Yes.
Perhaps the killer had made their own exit.
What have we got here? A covered crate. What does it hold? Jewels, acorns, the gateway to another world? Sadly, due to your indifference, we will never know. Oh, it's so rude. Rail route map. A map detailing the railway. Huh. This just goes around in a circle. That's a very strange railway, isn't it? Train? Oh, it's a robot train. A zero emission, semi-sentient train. Fueled only by its self-hatred over public transport. This game is so funny. I'm worried that this train is going to zoom off. I mean, what do you think? I think this is going to zoom.
Stepping onto the train, Theo glanced towards his goal and noticed a strangely carefree-looking robot bumbling around near a control panel.
Oh no, don't you touch the control
Hopefully
panel.
This one wasn't a threat.
Oh no! I think we're gonna go. We're gone.
The train began to quake, and Theo couldn't react fast enough to leap off.
Theo!
He had better find something to hold on to.
Oh no! Act 3, level 9, locomotion. Whoa!
Theo was quite unprepared for the sudden velocity and found his current predicament extremely upsetting. Luckily, he just needed to hold on until the train looped back to the station.
Whoa. Is this gonna push Theo back? Oh, there's a little robot making his way. Where does he go? Okay, I've ruined that already. Do I have an end goal here? I'm not too sure. Oh, I love this music. How cool is this awesome music?
As the hatch broke free and rocketed past him, Theo pressed himself against the train and vowed to dedicate the rest of the ride to keeping his eyes open for low-flying objects of feline destruction.
Oh my god, Theo. Oh, this is so hard. I don't know where to go. Okay, we are definitely getting somewhere. This train seems as tricky as the Uncharted train. I think it was in Uncharted 2, wasn't it?
Theo might have found some comfort knowing he wasn't the only one caught unaware by the sudden departure. But it was all he could do to just keep his paws on the ground.
Wow. Poor Theo. This seems so difficult. Very, very tricky. I love this so much. Is there an end? As much as I love this, I kind of want to be off this train by now. This music is so cool though. There's another little grate. Oh! I don't think I should go so close to the grate next time. My game... You normally can just rewind your move, but this is not letting me rewind. I think it's stuck. My game has sadly decided this is a fantastic moment to not work anymore. So I have to restart this whole level. Okay, so I've got back up to this stage. I'm not going to go too close to that grate though. What is that stuff? Oh! A flaming bot! It's hard to tell if this robot can feel pain. Does it even know it's on fire? That is actually kind of sad.
Theo tried not to let the burning robot distract him from his efforts to survive!
Oh. Oh, we're almost there.
Theo could just about spot the station!
Yes.
Approaching at a rapid pace! He just had to hold on a little longer!
Yes, Theo, come on. Damn it, I only got one collectible in that round. I didn't know there was any collectibles. I'm gonna have to replay that now. That was so much fun! Act 3, Level 10, Disembark. I'm so glad to be back here. That was so much fun. I loved that level.
Theo staggered off the train quickly, driven by his newfound appreciation for solid ground and the terrible fear that it might suddenly set off again.
Yes. We do not want
Just
that
ahead
again.
of him, he could see that bloody robot that had sent the train off in the first place.
Oh no, don't you dare do it again. Let's get out of here.
As he followed the irritating machine through the jagged opening in the wall, Theo hoped that he wouldn't ever have to lay eyes on it again.
Act 4, help. That Act 3 was so much fun. Act 3, motive. This is Act 4, help. Act 4, level 1, locked in. Oh.
Theo eyed his new surroundings curiously,
Oh.
noting the piles of unused tiles and pipes. Across what little floor existed, there was a sharp drop from which a blinding light and tremendous heat emanated.
Wow.
Besides this abyss sat... that bloody robot.
What have we got? Building materials. What is going on here? What are they trying to construct?
Theo firmly averted his eyes from the robot and simply pretended that it did not exist.
Exactly, it doesn't exist. Electrical bot. There are so many robots in this place, isn't there? There's not many places that we can go. This is our only move to begin with.
Theo focused on the path ahead, choosing to politely ignore the annoyance in the room. A shifting wall of energy was barring his progress. Perhaps turning off that strange machine would help.
Oh. Oh. Great.
With the barrier successfully disabled, Theo was happy to move on and leave that robotic liability behind.
That's fantastic.
Surely the killer couldn't be too far now.
I hope not. But can Theo take him? Act 4, Level 2, followed.
Entering another area with limited flooring, Theo wondered why all of these rooms seemed so unfinished. Maybe they're... It was starting to look like Theo might have a tail. No pun intended.
He's cute. Ramshackle wall. I think the little robot is going to move ahead.
Oh.
Yes.
Apparently, Theo's new friend had some value after all.
Yes, he does. We should be able to turn off that switch.
As the oblivious robot scampered over an obvious switch, Theo braced for the consequences. When none presented themselves, he decided to stay on alert.
Okay, good
There
job.
was no way he was safe while that machine was bumping into things.
Theo, it's helping you. Act 4, Level 3, switch it up.
Contemplating the state of the room ahead, Theo reluctantly accepted that perhaps the robot's help might be necessary.
It's okay, Theo. Jeez, he really doesn't want this robot's
As
help.
he threw a disparaging glance at the machine, Theo noticed some worn writing on his chassis.
Oh.
D4Z.
Oh, what does that mean? We have a lava pipe. I thought that was lava in the other room. Lava pipe. What is that used for? Out of order sign. A broken elevator recently placed.
D4Z. D4. DAZ. Dazu.
I'm not sure.
Daz. Ooh, Daz. Daz isn't bad.
I don't know what that could mean at the moment.
As a loud noise reverberated behind Theo, he wondered just what he had done to be cursed with a trundling mishap. Though his companion seemed to be some kind of cosmic setback magnet, Theo had to admit, Daz was endearing, aggravatingly so.
We have a new friend, that's nice. Act 4, Level 4, a rupture.
Overwhelmed by the heat pouring from the broken machine, Theo
Whoa.
mourned the obvious failings of engineering safety standards. How on earth was he going to reach the elevators beyond this mess?
What is that? Heavily damaged machine. What has done that, though? Is it the killers? Have they done this? And how am I going to get across? Where is Daz? There he is. Come on, buddy. We need you.
Theo flinched when he heard the now familiar sound of Daz activating another switch. He cautiously opened his eyes and was pleasantly surprised to see something positive had finally come from this robot's help.
Yes, he's not so bad, little Theo. Be nice.
As Daz hurried into the elevator, Theo found himself growing slightly less aggrieved. Perhaps having the little fellow around might even be useful.
Definitely be nice, kitty cat. What's happening there? Act 4, Level 5, Foundry.
As the elevator rattled to a screeching halt, Theo found himself suspended on what could kindly be referred to as a rough and ready bridge. Or not so kindly as an invitation to a long plummet to certain death. Theo watched as Daz leapt gracefully down onto the scaffold to aid in his journey across.
Oh, he's a happy little robot. He's so cute. Foundry, a key component in weapon manufacturing. Right. Geothermal generator. They are definitely manufacturing weapons. But
Theo
why?
stared at him, shaming Daz with his steely gaze.
Tribal warning. Oh, that's like a totem. Oh my goodness. Okay, how do we get out of here, Theo? This seems tricky. This does seem very tricky. I don't know how to get across. I have no idea. I might just rewind that. Okay, well he helps there, you see.
Considering the barrier ahead of him, Theo wondered if Daz could assist him once more, with the right guidance, of course.
What's that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Theo found he quite enjoyed the company of the small robot. When he wasn't actively annoying him, the unlikely companions set off into the cave, ignoring the tribal warnings decorating the entrance.
Yes.
They were probably just for show anyway.
Let's ignore those. The totems. Act 4, level 6 graveyard? A robot graveyard?
The large chamber was filled with the clanks and groans of tortured metal, punctuated by the steady drip of stagnant oil.
Oh yes, it is. It's a robot graveyard. Dangling bot corpse? Oh. This game has now gotten a little bit spooky. And there's another blueprint. Huh. They contain worrying amounts of unstable materials. Not good. It's a camera. Nathaniel's robots. Oh, this one is very, very tricky.
Faced with a seemingly impassable split in the floor, Theo stopped to think of a way around.
We need our help from our little robot friend.
Wait, did he just... disregarding the danger, Daz bravely leapt into the chasm to aid his feline companion.
Oh, wow.
Surely he'd be fine.
No, he's gone. He can't get out of there unless he can jump or propel himself. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. I feel so bad for that cute little robot, that little Daz. Oh, that was so sad. Theo just hated him at the start, but he grew to really love him. Well, not love, but tolerate, I guess, in the wonderful way that cats do. That's another 2 levels completed, Act 3 and 4, and I don't even know if we've gotten any closer to discovering what is going on. I don't actually think we have. I don't think we've discovered much of anything that's helpful. We're in some sort of weapons factory, a spy agency, but the person that murdered poor Theo's owners is still out there, but we are hot on the trail, I think. This is so much fun. I recommend this game to anyone that loves these kinds of puzzle games, and it has a beautiful little story in it as well. The music is gorgeous. I love the narrator. He's so funny. The graphics are beautiful, and it has a cat. It has a cat. That's it. Sold. There's a cat. Sold. Okay. I do just want to quickly check what skins we've unlocked now. Oh! We've got a spotted grey. A well-cared for grey with big brown spots who has killed Fortuna in the past. Okay, don't ask any questions. We also have a Dalmatian. Dalmatians aren't just a breed of dog, you know. Oh, that's so cute. I think I'm going to go for the spotted grey because I also have a grey cat. So next time we play, I'm going to be using the little grey. That is so cute. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying Bright Paw as much as me. I love it and I can't wait to play more. I'll see you again soon. Bye.